Welcome back, my credit fiends. Today we're going to be talking about why these 5 cards right here are the only cards you will ever need in your wallet right now. Now, this ain't financial advice or anything, but this is what I keep in my wallet. Just these 5 cards, and I promise you, hey, you're going to be looking real sharp. You're going to be looking real good, and you're going to be accumulating so many points, you ain't even going to know what to do with yourself. And also, if you don't have 6 figures in those credit cards, what are you even doing? So you need to get with me. Why do you think my name is Credit Fiend? DM me on Instagram, DM me on TikTok, whatever you have, and I'll help you out. I'll help you get there to 6 figures in credit. There's no promises. It does obviously depend on your income, but it don't really got to be that high. You'd be surprised to how quickly you can get that 6 figures in credit and the different methods that there is in order to get there. Let's get into the first card of the day, and that is the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Now, this card right here, you are going to get 2 times points on everything. So you're going to get 2% back on all purchases. It doesn't matter where it's at. This is the card that I use for everything else that I can't use the other cards for. So if I go to Walmart or if I go to Target, like I always tell you guys, you can't just do the groceries over there because that does not count as a grocery store. That is really the biggest amount that I've seen across any of the cards. You can go look online and look at any of the cards that are giving you cash back, and 2% on everything is the highest that it pretty much goes across the board. Now, the USAA Amex card is going to give you cash back on other things as well, but this is the one that I use for dining. Now, you'll probably be wondering why I'm not using my Amex Gold card for dining, because you get 4 times points on that. And that's because of the conversion rate. If you look at the Amex Gold card conversion rate, it takes 10,000 points in order to get $60. Now, I'm going to pull up this thing on the screen and I'm going to show you the conversion because it absolutely makes no sense. It's really just a gimmick. And my gold card, which is the next card, is the reason why I just use this card just to flex. And back to that USAA Amex card, you are going to get 3 times points on dining. So that's 3% on everything. And if you look at the conversion rate on the screen, you can see that versus the Amex card, you will get 4 times points on everything. However, if you spent $20, those 4 times points is only going to give you 80 points. And the value of the 80 points is only 48 cents. Now, if you went and you spent that same $20 on the USAA Amex card, you're going to get that 3 times points, which is 3%. And that's actually going to transfer over to 60 points, which is going to be 60 cents. And that makes a lot more sense. Now, I know that you can use those points instead of getting the cash back. You can use them for travel, and they might translate different if you go ahead and you take them over to their other companies that they work with, and you can transfer your points over to them, like Hilton or any type of Delta Airlines and things like that. Right there, it might transfer a little bit better, but I don't necessarily use those for the travel. Right now in this moment, I'm using it for my everyday purchases. The USAA Amex card is definitely a better go in this aspect. Now, I know you saw in the beginning of the video or on the thumbnail that I had 2 of the Citi cards. This Citi card is the custom cash card. The reason why I have 2 of them is because I have one and my wife has one, and I'm an authorized user on hers. So what we do to get 5% back on groceries and gas is I use one for groceries and I use the other one for gas. The one that I use for gas is because I use a lot of gas throughout the week because I drive for Uber, and then also we put gas in the other car as well. So I get 5% back on that one because that's the highest category. And then on the other one I use for groceries, obviously I spend more on groceries than I do on eating out. So I'm gonna get 5% back on the groceries. And you really only have to spend just a little bit more than $100 a week on groceries to pay for that $325 annual fee on the Amex Gold card. So it really ends up working out to where I get the Amex Gold card for free, and I get to flex with that one and look like I'm made out of straight gold because that thing is made out of straight metal. So that's a quick little video on what is in my wallet. Those are the 5 cards that I'm using on a daily basis. I'm getting 5% back on every gas purchase, 5% back on my groceries, 2% back on any other purchases that's not gas or groceries. And then I get to get a free Amex card with my $325 annual fee paid for just based off of that one custom cash card. Now, if you guys have any other helpful tips or any other cards or any other setup that you think is better than this one, leave it down below. But I think that this is the best setup that you can come across. I'm getting 5% back in 2 different categories, and there's no other cards really that are going to give you that. There might be some that are giving you 6 times points, but then you might still have to pay that annual fee. So if you don't have one of these cards, or at least 2 of them, you're not going to overcome that annual fee unless you're spending thousands. This is really how I play the system. The authorized users is the free game that nobody really tells you about, and you gotta have them. If you wanna get really up there, you gotta have the authorized users. Just like in my 6-figure family credit video, you need to go watch that because that's how we really are running it up. Now, that's not the only way, but I can't give you all the sauce in just one video. So hit me up, DM me, leave a comment down below, do whatever you need to do, like and subscribe, and hey, we feeding for that credit. I'll catch you guys in the next one.